What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Former NFL quarterback Warren Moon says he agrees with the new NFL policy that requires players to stand during the national anthem or stay in the locker room until the national anthem is done playing. Otherwise, they'll be fined. The team can also be fined if any of its players decides to protest during the playing of the national anthem. Warren Moon told TMZ, "A lot of times the cameras were focused on which players were kneeling, as opposed to maybe showing the cameras on the flag or showing the singer that's singing the national anthem," said Moon while describing where he saw the conflict and demonstrations being. While he doesn't believe Commissioner Roger Goodell and the owners' resolution is perfect, the way he sees it, it is perfect as fans are going to get, and it'll work toward preserving the league's business interests. This way, all the attention goes back to the anthem and takes it from the players, which is how it should be. Because the anthem is the anthem, and it should stand alone, he says. What can I say about Warren Moon? Well, he lived in Houston for several years when he played for the Houston Oilers, and he continued to live in Houston when his career was over. The general consensus about Warren Moon around here is, I tell you what, I'm going to bring y'all in on this. Take the M off of Moon and replace it with a C and tell me what you get. That's who he's always been. He's never stood for nothing. Nobody around here has ever looked at him as that guy, that go-to guy to look up to be there for the community. He ain't like that. He's never been built like that. He's never been the type of dude that would assist anybody else and bring other people up. He's never been that dude. He's always been very selfish. That has always been the general consensus about him. Everybody knew, well, he played football all right. But his ass cost us a few championships along the way. So I don't have a high opinion about him at all. But him opening his mouth about these players, I mean, damn, man. You know, you a senior. You know, you one of the elders. Support the youngsters. You know, you had your time. You didn't do shit with it. You didn't stand for no political causes. You didn't stand up for nothing. And now that you see these young guys standing up for theirs, it seemed like to me it's some jealousy going on. There's some hating going on. You one of those company boys. They say men, but you act like a boy. You're a company boy. Probably wake up. You probably lay in the bed before your feet hit the floor. Massa, massa, massa. Just practice massa. Go into the bathroom and look in the mirror. Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir, boss. Brushing your teeth. Yes, sir, boss. Just practicing. Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir, boss. He didn't even have to go there. He didn't have to speak on that. He could have just said, it'll work itself out, anything. He could have said anything. But nah, he had to just go and take the side of the owners. The coward owners who allowed Donald Trump to punk them, straight up punk them. You know that as soon as Donald Trump get a chance, he's going to rub it in their face. You can see it right now. Him talking to a conservative old crowd. Yeah, you know, I told those NFL owners, you're going to make them stand for the flag, or I'm going to task you. I'm going to put a bunch of taxes on you, man. And you see what happened? Huh? See what happened? Yeah. And they folded. But you knew they were going to do it. I mean, what are they going to do? they're going to side with the players, or they're going to side with the players. Then, you know, the old dummy crowd just, they go crazy. Anytime he say something, he just say anything. He could say, snack, crackle, and pop. They, man, Donald Trump, that's my man. That's my man. Man, he's that guy, man. He just say what he means, you know. He's just, you know, he says snack, crackle, and pop, you know. Who has the nuts to say that, man? Who has the courage to say snap, crackle, and pop, you know? Like, man, Donald Trump, he got him good, man. He stuck him good. He really showed us how cowardly the NFL owners really are. But you know what? All they did was further prove to us what Colin Kaepernick and Reed was saying all along, that they were all in collusion to keep them off the field. So they're going to stroke the check, and I'm assuming because of their arrogance, they're going to go ahead and stroke the check. They would rather stroke that check than to bring those guys back and pay a fraction of the cost. They would rather stroke a check for $50 million than to allow them to come back and play professional football. Both of the guys are brilliant speakers. They're very articulate with their messages. And people like them. So they got a future no matter what. And it's a lot of dudes that's on that field that's going to go out on that field on Sunday and play, who never had the courage to take a knee one time, who run around waving that flag. When it's all said and done, history won't remember them at all. Most of them are not going to make it to the Hall of Fame. But Colin Kaepernick and Ed Reed, they're going to be in a Hall of Fame that's bigger than the Football Hall of Fame could ever be. The People's Hall of Fame. Man, I am ashamed to say that Warren Moon played for my beloved Houston Oilers. They should have left his interception throwing ass in Canada where they found him, playing for the Edmonton Eskimos. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?